I started to do the research, and to my surprise, there is decades worth of scientific and medical evidence showing us the health and the psychological benefits of yoga and meditation.
Normally, people don't think about it, but breathing is different because there are also ways to breathe intentionally, certain patterns of breathing that change how you feel internally, that change how you feel internally.
That change how you feel internally.
Which is free once you learn it and has no side effects.
The most accurate marker of longevity wasn't genetics or what you were eating, it was lung size and respiratory health, which to me makes perfect sense, because if you're breathing 20,000 times a day and you're struggling to do that, you're just using these upper lows. You can do that. Our bodies can compensate. We can get oxygen. It's just going to completely wear them down. You know, an analogy I've used is like, imagine being in a car. Every stop sign, you're just revving you're just idling way over the amount that you need to. All the structures in that car are going to eventually break down in the motor. And the body can be thought of in the same way.
The Defense Department is now advocating breath and yoga for veterans. The Defense Department, just take that in for a second, is advocating breathing and yoga for veterans. The Defense Department. The facilitator, Emma Sapella, who's a Stanford scholar, said it was mostly the breathing that affected them.
Why is that?
Breath is related to your mental status and your sense of experience of life. Well, we've been saying this for thousands of years, but it's not written in the high school textbook, so it can't be true. Today, recent studies are saying that the neurons which control and moderate your breathing also control and moderate three fundamental aspects of your alertness, your wakefulness and your anxiety. But now it is coming from a university.
When you move the diaphragm, which is here, there's no air in the belly. But as you do this, you bring air to here. And the lungs are here. The lungs are not here. I mean, it's a part of the lung here, but this breathing is emotional, builds emotion. I start to become chill. Just like it's claustrophobic, it's emotional, it's short, give you feelings, bad feelings, because this is too much close to the heart. You should breathe with your diaphragm. Singers do that, yogas do that, divers do that, good jiu-jitsu fighters do that, some tennis players, they do that too. Because breathing, movement, and full capacity of air is important for us to understand. So you have to have a full capacity of your lungs, first important thing. So you start to use the diaphragmatic breathing. The diaphragm is a muscle who goes horizontal like this, and the strength is like when I do this, I push my diaphragm down, so it feels like it's air in the belly. It's nothing in the belly, it's just guts. But that's the opposite. I bring in the diaphragm up. So I've been studying and training my diaphragm for life.
That which we call as the life energy is prana.
Hear you nothing that I say. Its energy surrounds us and binds us.
This human mechanism, how it functions, is determined by this energy.
Feel the force around you. Here, between you, me, the tree, the rock, everywhere.
They sound great, but who has the time for them, right?
But then I started noticing the calm that they brought into my life and how much more I'm able to handle in the same time. That is when the breathing techniques became a permanent fixture in my life. At this point, I got very curious. I started reading. I said, how come these breathing exercises are helping me so much more at a deeper level than the medicine that I'm handing out to my patients? So that's what led to me to this Eastern principle called prana. The ancient science of yoga describes this as a subtle life force energy that permeates every one of us and the entire universe. There's not a modern day medicine equivalent to this term, although it can be loosely translated into energy.
If somebody takes charge of their prana, whatever may be the external atmosphere, whatever influences in terms of reverberations, waves, emotions, other kinds of pressures, doesn't matter what, psychological balance is 100% guaranteed for a person who takes charge of his prana, always.
Navy SEALs use breath work to help them focus and calm before they go into battle. Now, Navy SEALs are not New Age cuddly people. Navy SEALs only use technologies that work. They will not use anything else.